Hi everybody, Jeroen here with Stillwater Music. Hey, I'm giving you an update about what we're doing for our fall classes, and I'm super excited to say that we plan to have our classes in person here at our Stillwater facility. We've been working really hard to reconfigure the place so that we can have our classes in person with proper social distancing and all the other stuff. I want to take you on a little tour of the building to show you what we've been up to. So we've been doing some construction and some painting. As you can see, the place is a little bit different colored, looks kind of nice. One of the things that we did here was going into the private lessons side is we opened up this wall, and that allows us to have traffic coming in the door that I just came in and coming through here and coming out the other door from the other space. And as you can see also, we've opened up some of the ceiling up in here to give the place a little bit more feeling of volume and a little bit more live sound. So this large area here in the private lesson space that hasn't been really used except as kind of a lounge area is going to be really turned into mostly a classroom for some of our larger ensemble classes. We're going to have our rhythm section out here, drummers, guitars, keyboards, etc. And then for those bands that have wind players, we're going to have them in these first couple of lesson studios with glass in the doors, kind of like that, so that they can have the door closed, their own ventilation within each room, and they'll have headphones and a microphone in there so that the rest of the band that's out here can see them and hear them, and vice versa. The people in those rooms can hear the people out here, and those horn players can blow as hard as they need to, and we won't be spreading any virus around here. We've decided that we're going to keep having our private lessons be online for now, and the reason for that is because, for one thing, we need this larger area here to be able to have our band classes in order to have enough social distancing and space, and that would create a lot of sound that would interfere with people having lessons in these studios. But the other thing is that, frankly, these studios are really small, and social distancing within these little studios is frankly just not possible. So we're going to have classes in person, and for now we'll keep our private lessons online. As many of you know, we've always had 4 band rooms for our band classes here in the facility. One of the problems is that 3 of them, which are 400 square feet each, could accommodate only very small classes and still ensure proper social distancing. So one really cool thing we did here was we came down to our rooms 2 and 4, and we opened them up. We took out a wall. So there's room 4, and here we go into room 2. So the whole thing is one big 800 square foot room. And this will enable us to have a class of 10 people plus an instructor with all the different instrument stations set up around the room. You know, we'll have drums, we'll have bass, guitar, keyboards, so on and so forth, with the instructor over here in kind of a central location, and still be able to have plenty of social distancing and be able to play music together. So that was some work that we had to do, and all of this work, by the way, has been done by Stillwater staff and some volunteers. We haven't hired anything done, so we've been super busy getting this done, and we're very excited to be able to greet you back here in class in person. Classroom 1, which is about 600 square feet, has always been our largest band classroom. Ironically, now, with the reconfiguration I just talked about a minute ago, it's actually our smallest classroom. We will be using it as a classroom for some of our smaller band classes. Some of the other things we're doing to ensure proper social distancing is we've created a staggered class schedule so that at any given time, only one group of people will either be coming into the building or leaving the building at any one time. So we've staggered everything by like 15 or 20 minutes in between classes. That will minimize congestion in hallways and so on. The other thing is that we're not going to have any waiting area in the lobby on either sides of the building. So people will need to show up right before class, and as soon as class is done, they have to leave. Parents can drop their kids off, but they can't come in. We're not going to have people observing classes, et cetera, et cetera. So we're really keeping our number of people in any given area down to the determined number that we can handle with proper social distancing. We've also gone through all of our classes one by one to determine how we can run our classes in the way as close to as the way that we always have, but to minimize people moving around in our room. So as you know, in a lot of our younger kid classes, the kids will switch instruments between tunes. So we'll be doing things like making arrangements so that we have a couple of tunes where everybody's on the same instrument, so that in a given day, they come in, they get on their instrument, and they're on that instrument for the session, and they're not moving around. And that avoids kind of cross-contamination across instruments. We also have cleaning and disinfecting protocols in place so that in between classes, you know, one person's playing on a piano, next class someone's going to come in and play on the same piano. That'll all get disinfected and wiped down. We've made sure we have enough time between classes and all the cleaning supplies and the protocols, etc., so that we can ensure that when a person enters a room, that place is ready to go. Now, we haven't just been making this up on our own. We've been working all along very closely with the people at San Juan Basin Health and people at the state level to ensure that our spacing in our classrooms, our traffic patterns in the building, the number of people in a given space at any one time, our cleaning and disinfecting protocols, et cetera, are all going to pass muster and keep people safe, and yet still able to play music together, which is frankly what it's all about, right? As usual, Stillwater classes in the fall are going to begin a week after the public schools start, and since they're doing a late start on August 31st, Stillwater classes are going to start right after Labor Day on Tuesday, September 8th. Registration is open now online. Just go to stillwatermusic.org, and we look forward to seeing you real soon down here at Stillwater Music.